Guys, we're here again with another video, another live stream. Yeah, guys, just remember to like, share, and subscribe. And guys, we won't do too much talking tonight. We're gonna just play some videos from different sources. You understand? And guys, we're gonna give you an update on the hurricane that left over 100 people dead in the United States after devastated a lot of states and cities and homes and places, communities, bro. This hurricane and normal. But then I tell you about the shooting in the Westmoreland, where several persons were shot, four fatally, and then prime opposition leader walk out Garden House and made quiet. But producer, let's drop the video them. Not too much
Yeah,
talking
so
tonight.
down here with the optician walk out.
Producer, what go on? Yo, we know you.
sought judicial review of certain matters arising from what the Integrity Commission has decided in relation to his matter. However, my motion is not dealing with the substance of that report, but is dealing with his own conduct as Prime Minister. And I wish to read the motion now so you can hear it. Whereas there is a ministerial code of conduct in place from 2002 that governs the conduct of members of the cabinet, and whereas the Prime Minister did not inform the people of Jamaica that he was being investigated by the Integrity Commission from as far back as August 2023 for illicit enrichment, and whereas the concealment of this information by the Prime Minister is a breach of the Ministerial Code of Conduct that guided the Prime Minister in removing from office ministers serving in the cabinet over which he presided, and whereas the annual reports of the Integrity Commission for 22-23 and for 23-24 stated that several members of Parliament, initially 6 and then 8, were under investigation for illicit enrichment, but none had come forward to disclose that he or she was under investigation. And whereas the Integrity Commission's investigation report on the 17th September 2024 tabled in Parliament named the Prime Minister as being under investigation for illicit enrichment. And whereas the Prime Minister, as Chairman of Cabinet, instructed members of Cabinet not to divulge the name of any member under investigation for illicit enrichment, contrary to the spirit of the Ministerial Code of Conduct. And whereas the actions of the Prime Minister have caused and continue to cause severe damage to the trust necessary for good order and respect for public office. Be it resolved that this Honourable House condemns the Prime Minister for not maintaining ethical standards of transparency and openness in government. Secondly, censures the Prime Minister for his acts of covering up and concealment of the names, including his own, of those members of the Cabinet and or Parliament of which he was and may still be aware, but has kept them in positions of influence in the Cabinet with the effect of further undermining public trust in the institutions of government, and declares that the actions of the Prime Minister have severely undermined his credibility and trustworthiness, and that he no longer enjoys the confidence of this House. That was the motion that was to be put forward today and hopefully debated next week. We did not want it. We did not want it debated the same day that it was tabled. The Prime Minister is not here in Jamaica. That would not be right or proper. However, we were not allowed to proceed with the tabling of the motion because the Speaker herself had removed herself because the matter affected her husband, and the Deputy Speaker ruled that the motion was improperly brought in breach of the standing orders, relying on the sub judice rule, and so the motion will not go forward. And we think that that is an abuse of the rules of Parliament, and no confidence motions have a very high place in our constitutional arrangements. If a no confidence motion is passed in Parliament, the Governor General has to dissolve Parliament and call elections.
That is true.
That is in section, I think, 64 of the Constitution, subsection 5.
That is true.
So for them to block the opposition from bringing a motion on the alleged basis that the matter is sub judice is really, in my view, a bad and sad day for our democracy. Again,
So true.
it's an example of freedom of speech, freedom of association, our democratic principles.
So true,
And
Mr. Golden. But let me say
then
something on that. Everything that Mr. Golden say is facts. And um, as what's her name, Juliet Holness, remove herself and let the deputy speaker took the floor. Uh, it tells you the same thing that Jamaican people been talking about, a conflict of interest. I do not think the what's her name, Miss Juliet Holness should be
Press
a speaker of
conference.
the house in that seat, knowing that her husband is the prime minister. You understand? Because if someone says something bad about the prime minister, she's gonna feel sad or feel some way. You understand? And I do not think she should be a speaker of the house. I think she should be a MP. But yeah, go on with the next video. Yeah,
down here the
Good
killing in
afternoon and welcome to the
Westmoreland.
midday news. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
go back with your hand.
Quadruple killing in Westmoreland, several
Yeah.
others injured. Attorney reacts to call for greater focus to be placed on sexual offenses. And later in sports medicine specialist agrees with Issa on schoolboy restroom. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carrie Simpson. Here are the details. The Westmoreland police are investigating the shooting of 8 people, 4 fatally, in the parish Monday night. TVJ News understands that a group of people were at a bar in New Roads district when armed men drove up in a black Toyota Corolla Fielder and opened fire at them. When the shooting subsided, 8 people were found suffering from bullet wounds. It's believed that during the shooting, one of the gunmen was shot and killed by his cronies. 8 rounds of ammunition was found in his possession. They were taken to the Savannah Lamar Hospital, where 4 were pronounced dead and the other 4 admitted in serious but stable condition. The deceased have been identified as 41-year-old Damian Baker, a Dane Scott, otherwise called Moses, Rocky Lawrence, and a man identified only as Future. The police say the deceased are all from New Roads district in Westmoreland. 2 police officers attached to the St. Anne Police Division will face the St. Anne Parish Court this afternoon on corruption charges arising out of 2 recent incidents committed in the parish. Constable Hugh Smith is facing charges for the offense of misconduct in a public office, and District Constable Petronas MacDonald has been charged for misconduct in a public office and breaches of the Corruption Prevention Act. They were charged last week, Tuesday. They have been out on bail since. A response this afternoon to calls for lawmakers to put greater focus on sexual offenses to minimize the increase in cases. The appeal came from Senior Deputy Director.
Oh, odds up play. Right.
The appeal came from Senior Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions Jeremy Taylor in the wake of court data showing that sexual offense cases now lead in terms of matters before the courts. But speaking on TVJ's Smile Jamaica, attorney Peter Champagne KC is of the view that focus should be placed on the root causes of sexual offenses and not the symptoms.
On bringing parents to book who have their children who are on the road, who are exposed to all kinds of elements in terms of very dangerous and criminal activities, and bring them to the court for them to under the parental neglect, and you take it from that angle.
And Mr. Champagne commented on the perception of how the courts hand down sentencing.
There has been an increase in terms of the penalty section in the new legislation, the Sexual Offences Act. For example, it now mandates life, and in some instances you have minimum period of 15 years and so on. So it is an increase from the previous legislation that spoke about 7 years and so on. So I think that sentiment is often expressed whenever it is that someone is pleading guilty to an offense as opposed to going through a trial and then at the end of the exercise is found guilty. And in those circumstances, the sentence is something that is quite severe.
Member of Parliament for Trelawney Northern Tova Hamilton has fired back at critics who claim she is not working in the best interest of her constituents. Ms. Hamilton was addressing supporters at a GLP divisional conference in Falmouth on Sunday. Shamela Pullen reports. Member of Parliament for Trelawney Northern, Tova Hamilton, has been facing intense criticism from opponents in recent times about her accomplishments in the constituency since she assumed the role of MP in 2020. However, Ms. Hamilton says she remains unfazed by her critics. While the naysayers are busy crafting stories, I have been crafting a real change. While they are busy spreading rumors and propaganda, I am spreading development. And while they're sitting around talking, I've been walking with you. I've been building with you. And I've been delivering real results for you. Pointing to the role of women in politics, she says progress has been made in recent years. Out of those 18, 17 of them were men. Only one. Only one woman has been a woman. That woman is me. Lanzo. I am the first female MP to represent you. And let me tell you something. My achievements have eclipsed all 17 of them combined. In the next general election, she will face the PNP's Wickham McNeil. Mr. McNeil, a 5-term MP for Westmoreland Western, lost that seat in the 2020 election. Ask yourself this: whose brilliant idea was it to drag him here in a constituency he barely knows? Must be a rich man. Let me tell you something that they don't want you to know. They have no faith in him where he's coming from. And they're trying to pawn him off and off. Shamela Pullen, TVJ News. Still from that JLP meeting in Trelawney, Councillor for Montego Bay South Division and Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, blasted the People's
That's
National
it
Party
for that one.
defiling the political platform. Mr. Vernon
Producer, you don't even tell the people my idea, you just have cut off when the people watch the thing. You
No, man,
understand?
me say that's it for that one.
Oh,
Yeah, was my look for the other one.
and you need to have the things them ready. You
We
understand?
have it ready, man, just because me have to scroll up.
Oh, play the one of the girl just now. Was the police I call Andrew names. He was a JLP, but he ain't gonna vote for the JLP. He gonna vote for the PNP because the country is going backward or whatever.
Right, see right here, ready.
I say Andrew a dog shit, Andrew a criminal.
What you answer, man?
Me say me shock when me the policeman say to blood clot. Me shock out of this world. So what you try to tell me say? Andrew, you're doomed, you know? You're doomed, brother. Time come.
People share the
On the
life,
paper
people.
right and I vote for PMP because he need a better Jamaica. You hear me I tell you? Me say me shock when me hear the policeman say one drive biggest blood clot you can ever see.
A policeman, so holy blood clad people they want to talk about what? Them people they afraid to come out like how we come out. I'm not afraid, Andrew, you have to go down. Please, sir, Mr. Andrew Hollis badness. Whatever you call yourself, please fix the road. Okay. It cannot work. We are poor people, we are going to ball. You can imagine this man, you stand up onto the vehicle, lick the lady and the lady highs up like here and spin. Eh? You must cry. We have an heart if it's to your enemy, sir. Please, sir. Mr. Andrew Hollis badness. Whatever you call yourself, please fix the road. Okay. Oh, Porsche Wall. Yes. History also tell me about Andrew Batty Wall. So what the origin, the road, the hole in the road? Andrew Batty Wall. Oh, it's not a pothole. Andrew Batty Wall. Upgrade from Porsche. There's a Porsche Wall. What a what? The upgrade now to Andrew Batty Wall.
Yo, Jamaica is not a nice place, bro. Jamaica is not a nice place.
Professional facial and dental care.
Good morning, good
Well,
morning.
Emirates Facial and Dental Specialist. Jamaica's only all. I don't see that happening here with this Labour Party. Everybody want in a government. And nobody and them not seem to understand. Say, you can't do in a government if Belmont Road run down and not now go on a Belmont Road and you not take care of your, the mother, the party. They not seem to understand it that sooner rather than later there will be no government because the mother starve, want milk, food. Okay. Yeah? They don't seem to understand it, and the PNP gets it. The PNP knows that without a viable, clicking party, there is no chance of being in government. Yeah? They don't seem to understand it. Everybody look for themselves in a government, and I realize, say, you left the party, nobody no want to get ministerial position and the car and the whatever. Yeah? So go take care of Belmont. All is mine right now. Exactly. Come out, I'm a whatever. Go out, brother, come out, and then you can go back. Yes, yes.
Morning, morning, morning. Thanks for watching. Welcome, welcome.
Still and think a cool breeze.
Who's it?
Remember me tell you this today, the 26th day of September. Yeah? Prime Minister, better. You see that little thing there when in can call the election when you're ready. Better stretch it out a little bit past September. You need the time. You need the time. Stretch it out past September next year. Yes. Fix for you to fix. Mm-hmm. You hear me? Yes. The Bible says if you go to the byways and edges, you need to go out here. I'm talking about Mark Gold in the campaign for 3 years. That's true. He's campaigning. Yes. And he's winning. Yes. Yes. People listening to him. Yes. Because you know what we love. Let me tell you. You see when we watch the people in Parliament where they used to fling pen and pick up and cut each other, fling book and tear up paper. Mm-hmm. That is what Jamaican people like to see. That sort of action. Mm-hmm. So when the PMP get up and say, you can't file all the lawsuit, me a lawyer too. Sometimes it's not, you can't just more the humble say something most make the humble say sometimes dead be hungry. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that happened to the JP. Them are humble me. JP go in a power all the way go fix things. Mm-hmm. Yes. JP go in there and make sure say everybody love them. Yes. And I experience matter from. Oh. Yes. You hear me? So
Good night. Good morning, Vice President.
And build it up. And then them other one come spend it for them. Come spend it and make sure
Thanks for watching.
them. Exactly. That is another way of running with it. Yes. So the NIR is nice now that you can go buy bus and buy truck and whatever. What you think are going to happen? 5 years after or 3 years after, when you come out of power, when you stop, boom, run down back and borrow money. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because guess what? We have it and we take it for granted. Yeah? Mm-hmm. The man, people say them not live in a road, so you can make highway, them not live a highway, they want money in that man. Say the turnout after 5 hours of voting.
So the audio just gone on, so.
5%. 5.1%
Yeah, hear it, man.
of the 40,000 eligible voters had voted. That's what? 2,000 people out of a potential list of 40,000 5% of 40,000.
What you say?
How much is that?
Hold on.
Now put it back.
40,000.
No, pause it. Say my talk about the election in St. Anne. The turnout was only 2,000 people vote out of 40 something thousand. That means JLP cannot win Northeast St. Anne constituency. Because remember, the PNP did not contest the election. So the turnout should be more people. 2,000 plus out of 48,000, it's a shame. That means the people I'm tired of the foolishness are going. And then when you look on it now, the man I say Andrew wanna see if you go there go walk and go in at the hills and byways. The people don't want that again. The people want you represent them. The people want the road fixed. The people want jobs. The people want the killing to stop. The people want they can walk free. People, as Andrew wanna stated in election 2016 before him election and campaign. Jamaica now sleep with them window and then door open. The people want that to happen. The people don't want bag of chat and bag of mouth. And that's why the woman said the policeman said Andrew a shit hole. You understand? And him out vote PNP. It's time for these government MPs realize that the Jamaican people they are much smarter and the Jamaican people are not taking foolishness anymore. You understand? Where them can go in a parliament, do what them feel like, walk out of parliament, and they are getting pay from the taxpayer of Jamaica. The people are sick and tired of that. The people need representation. The people need good governance. The people want to see road fixed. They want water and then come to them want the light, the price of the light to be dropped. You understand? Because people not
Yeah,
using
the
their
light
light
bill
and they
gone
are
up.
paying too much. You understand? Anyway, go to your next video, producer.
No man, the same video
After
8 now
5
finish it.
hours of voting was precisely 5%, 5.12% of the 40,000 eligible voters had voted. That's what? 2,000 people out of a potential list of 40,000. 5% of 40,000. Tell me, Kevin, how much is that? 5% of 40,000. Let me see if you can do mental ability. Yes, Nora, 2,000. 5%. Yes, 2,000 people. Watch them. The two of them. GSAT pick them. Them can't calculate. You come up from a board for calculate. You there? Eh? You're right, you know. If everybody here. You know, any opposition party who believes, and I'm going to just give you a political eye opener, would that believe that if Andrew Holness moves off the scene, it's going to be very good for them, then they're crazy. Andrew Holness is the Achilles heel of the Labour Party. Right now, they're over there deciding if they should remove him. So whilst we're having a fib, and a fit and jubilation, right? They're trying to strategize to say how they could get rid of him because they see him as their impending disaster. So for me, what is instructive out of this is that member persons who are putting up themselves for office now and a PNP ticket, because I want to look at going forward. Yeah? Must then ensure that they do not fall in these traps. Cannot. Yeah. But that's why I said to you, my brother, the standard have to be set. You can't allow this. Yeah. You see, this is an opportunity now, to determine the kind of politicians we are going to have going forward, If the Prime Minister is allowed to walk away in the sunset with all of this hanging over his head, it is going to be a dark day for Jamaica. So whether you are Labour right or you are PNP, you must recognize that this is not about the GLP, Hold on. This is not about the GLP. It's not about the PNP. It's about Jamaica and Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister, the politician. Because it's not the GLP is accused of using money from a charity to buy stocks and bonds. And the stocks and bonds weren't bought for the GLP. So Labourites need to understand this. If you're serious about the governance of Jamaica and the politics, it's not about the GLP, it's not about the PNP, it's about the country of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, the Prime Minister, the MP. Absolutely. And therefore, the standard must be set. That's the next wannabe Andrew Holness will know. That it have to be fair play. Young lady, how old you say you are? You're 10? You're hustle. How you mean? Rate that. Rate that. Yeah. What's your professional shadow this? What? You know what?
Enough respect for your big woman. Look how your lady a chop the coconut, man.
Is a 10-year-old, you
Gay.
know?
I want 10-year-old.
You're a 10-year-old.
You think it's a lady, bro? Now
So
look how
you're 10.
someone a thief. Look how someone a thief and it's a little pick me out of this, eh? God is good, man.
Man, the general Winston
Look
McConnell.
and look at something, man.
Yeah, real icon in our reggae music.
I chop
Winston
coconut in a cell. So you know it's a rough yard.
I'm a brother-in-law, Pablo, you know. So, when they on the St. Elizabeth South Coast side, I said this is like a 10-year-old. See? And boy, I need to figure a strength, because I admire her. Yeah? 10-year-old.
I know it's a girl, man.
Like a pro. Damn. See? And some boy want dip on roadside, I beg people sitting. But give me a thing. And look at this little girl.
Yeah, me want that same thing to every day.
Mama, big up yourself here.
You
Bless
man
up
enough
all the
love.
best to the future. Yeah. I'm not have to ask if you're bright. You do well in school, don't? Alright. You know that, man. I see it for you.
Come on, they say like
Bless up
all them
yourself here.
people you know when you don't want a coconut, you just go just give them your money and say keep it. You don't want a coconut.
Alright, I mean that good, you know. Find the video with the hurricane.
Good afternoon, Mr. Anjo. Oles, aka.
Them a beat Andrew bad though. Them a beat Andrew on the island. Andrew there India. You know, so them a doing bad.
For real.
Better not call election because if him call election he can't win. The people them really fed up. The roads want fix and all these
You
things.
can't
The
win.
people need jobs.
No
You know.
matter
How
when
much your bread? How much your bread at Jamaica, you know? How much
Right,
your
guys, so we are
all over bread?
conference.
for your bread, $1,200.
Yeah. What you say?
$1,200.
1200
If
for
you
bread at
hungry.
Jamaica?
Yeah.
That's like $8 US. What the hell is saying? I mean, can get on bread for dollar something US? Leave it there. Andrew.
Yeah,
Chat,
but they
chat.
have they look a slice bread then for boys $800. But not gonna look on that. Might just buy the bigger one for 1,200. You know can serve them.
A wickedness that's in. Play the video. Play the video.
These are the one with the hurricane.
Hurricane Helene has absolutely ruined the entire western side of North Carolina. What you're seeing, this video right here, this is Chimney Rock. This is what's left of Chimney Rock. The whole town got completely ripped out and pulled into the river and pushed towards Lake Lure. It's absolutely destroyed everything. And it's like this little valley town. It was just like, this little small area between mountains. You can see right there used to be a road leading in there, and that's turned into a river. Completely ripped out, washed away. This is the before and after. So the left side of the picture you see is what it looked like before, and the right side is what it looks like now. Completely washed away. There's nothing left. It's been absolutely, completely devastated. There's nothing left. Just crazy. The amount of devastation that's happened with this storm is unreal. This is unlike anything anyone's ever seen before, at least in the past 60 years. This is also Chimney Rock here still too. It's completely ruined. Totally ruined the whole western side of the state. People are trapped without electricity. There's homes on fire. There are, entire sections. This is also in the same area right there. All this wood that you see is just washed out from Chimney Rock. That's pushed down the river. That's, there's nowhere for it to go. There's entire portions of interstates that are completely washed out, as you can see. Entire apartment complex is flooded. People are stuck in their homes. They can't get out because it's still flooded and the water's still receding slowly, moving down the mountainside to come out to the eastern side of the state. Because what's going to happen is, since the mountains are all elevated right here, all the water's going to go like this down into the Piedmont region, and then eventually it'll wash out probably in the Cape Fear River and out into the tributaries that lead out to the Atlantic Ocean, but it's going to take time for it to get there. And so you've just got tons of these neighborhoods that are completely flooded and washed out. It's absolutely unreal. Nobody up there has cell phone signal. I can't get in touch with any of my friends that are up there. My brother's up there right now. He goes to Western Carolina University. Haven't been able to talk to him one single time. Fortunately, he's been able to reach out to my other brother who was able to talk to him and just like confirm that he's okay. There's entire areas without electricity, without internet, so nobody can get on internet unless you got like Starlink or something like that. Like Starlink would be really helpful in this situation.
Producer,
This right
go to the response from Iran to Israel, the airstrike and stuff like that. People will only get a little piece of each video because these videos are long. But we're sending out our deepest condolences to the family, each and every family that lost a loved one during this hurricane. You understand? The hurricane went through, I think, about six different states: Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia gets some rain. So about a hundred and something amount of people die, 150. Not quite sure, but yeah, that's a lot. You understand? No one expected that, but it happened. You understand? But we move on to another video.
Eastern Kentucky sheriff was
Down at
in a
the
courtroom
sheriff.
today as shocking new details were released in the death of a district court judge. Former Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Steins retired effective yesterday. Police say he shot and killed District Judge Kevin Mullins inside the courthouse on September 19th. We do want to warn you that some of the details in this story may be disturbing to some viewers. WKYT's Phil Pendleton has more on what took place during a preliminary hearing this afternoon. He joins us with our top story at 5. The preliminary hearing was moved to Morgan County after the deadly shooting in Letcher County about a week and a half ago. Kentucky State Police testifying about what happened on that September afternoon, a series of events that resulted in a district judge shot and killed and a sheriff charged with his murder. A shocked courtroom after seeing surveillance video played of a deadly shooting in a judge's chambers. Prosecutor Jackie Steele simply asked the detective who the people were in the video. That was Sheriff Mickey Steins and Judge Kevin Mullins. Sheriff Steins. That was the basis of the questioning from the Commonwealth. The Steins attorney questioned about the witnesses who saw or knew about the shooting. The detective said those interviews were done by others and are still being processed. They're also reviewing the content of phones owned by Steins and Mullins. I was told that Sheriff Steins had tried to call his daughter, and he had tried to call his daughter from the judge's phone also. The detective confirmed that Steins' daughter's number was also on the judge's phone. Detective Stamper also talked of Steins' demeanor after the shooting. Mostly calm, I thought. I talked to him, but he didn't say nothing about why this had happened. Now, the next phase of this will be a grand jury possibly considering an indictment, and that's after probable cause was found. Probable cause does not mean guilt, and a grand jury will likely consider this case over the next couple of weeks. In Morgan County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT. Steins remains in the Leslie
All
County
right,
jail.
you have the
Retired
one with
yesterday.
the
Letcher County
Iran
Sheriff.
airstrike,
No,
and
no. Down.
I think you have it. But anyway, people we bring alive the other night with Dumville, EJ Dumville, the JDF private. That's the Jamaica Defense Force soldier that was killed during an operation or killed while on duty. And the the police I command is asking persons. to refrain from using certain words or saying certain stuff that he was killed by a police officer. He was not killed by a police officer. He was killed by an ex-police officer. But the person who killed him, are it's alleged, um, or the person they saying that's an ex-police officer is a person that did not get to become a police officer, meaning that when you sign up to become a member of the Jamaica Consular Force, you have to go through 2 years of class to become a constable. So what happened? This guy did not qualify to become a constable, so he was disqualified during his training. Yes, he did not pass his training, so he was disqualified as a trainee constable. So he was not a constable. He was terminated from the force, dismissed from the force, or dismissed while in training. So um he wasn't really a police officer, you understand, but he graduated from training school and was about to become a police officer. But you have to go through at least 2 year of class before you're qualified to become a police officer, a police constable. So yeah, he was terminated. So I have the evidence to read to you, but I don't have it right now. So hopefully tomorrow. Yeah. So that's the JDF private EJ Dunville that was killed last month in Denhamton, Kingston. Yeah.
And we got video with Andrew Holness in India, visiting for 4 days.
Yeah, she didn't invite me. I don't understand. You don't get special invite for all this. Exactly, That's good to see you. Welcome to India. Welcome to India. I guess this is your
And that's the Prime Minister official visiting India with Modi, the Indian Prime Minister, the first ever Jamaican Prime Minister to be on a state visit in India.
And we got another one, shadow minister. This let me see this the part of the title. Let me see.
You now hear nothing.
It's still a Christian country. We know that because the anthem is a prayer, and the PNP is still a Christian party because with steadfast assurance, God will look out. It means something to be a Christian country because we should live by the principles of Christianity. And it means something to be a Christian party because we should be guided by the principles of Christianity. And one such principle is that God is the Father. And the Bible said, who among us, if our children ask for bread, will give them stone? And if our children ask for fish, we'll give them serpent. Too many of our children are receiving stone and serpent from the Jamaica Labour Party. In fact, 13,000 children this year did not achieve proficiency in mathematics. They asked for bread, they were given stone. 11,000 children did not achieve proficiency in English language. And then when it comes to CXC, it gets worse. because 18% of Jamaican children get 5 subjects, including maths and English. And then I hear that the Minister of Education is seeking a promotion. What can go so?
What can go so?
By right, she should be asked for her resignation. But I understand what is happening in the JLP because they have no talent. The JLP remind me of an artist that got to studio with 10 words and want to make 30 songs. What can go so? But we have found the stone heap and we have found the serpent nest. And I guarantee that in 5 years after we take government, we will defeat Trinidad, we will defeat Barbados in CXC the same way we treat them in Carifta. The first stone heap that must be mashed out is that of absenteeism. In the rural area, 37% absenteeism. And in the urban area, 18% absenteeism. The first thing we're going to do is make sure we have boarding facilities for at least 30% of our school population. And then we are going to give 1 meal per child in school. The JLP will quickly say something about afford. They say they can't afford 1 meal per child in school, but they will afford 3 meals per adult in prison. What can go so? Let me tell you something about afford. They will say they can't afford to board a child in school for 5 years, but they're planning a big investment in prison to board you with gun for 15 and with murder for 30. What can go so? And then we're going to ensure we fight to keep our teachers. We are going to put a teacher retention plan that make it easier for a teacher to own a house, for a teacher to drive a car, for a teacher to be comfortable in the classroom and in the staff room.
You know, so them are the
We will
first.
meet with the
Actually,
embassies
don't
and our
stop.
friends from the embassies who wants our talent to help us to prepare a investment so that they can get and we can have and our children are left without teachers. But you see, after that investment, you see who want to prevent our 1 degree per household. You see who want to have our children being recruited by gangs and molested by adults. I am giving you. You see, after that investment, you see who encouraging our children into gambling and truancy and alcoholism. I am giving you a new day. It's dawning. My golden hour.
Yeah, you know, as somebody that go say, PMP are the only part where me hear them a talk about the school and the rest of things. Them when I hear the next part I talk about nothing. Them not talk about the teacher and them so many.
Them not focus on that. Them a focus soon by the election. But see if I can find one more video for me close off. See if I, yes, you know,
We got two more.
for a complaint, I can want close right now. And if they're long, nobody play them.
Them not go long man.
Again, about series. With the general election, that will whip them people and put them back on the path.
The thing them they make nice to everything. I want to know you all the speaker say. Jesus.
Yeah. That one here not even really make sense because the only thing we can hear what the guy say, if he shot them and send them up at the PMP office.
That is the Minister of Security, Dr. Armstrong. So you need to know these people.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, he cannot travel to America or England or Canada. You understand? It's alleged that he had been charged. You understand? Or convicted of felony.
This is the last one. Oh, and it's just an image and a video. It's just an image.
Oh, make also
MP
charity
makes appeal
after being washed away
to
by what? We
washed
can't
away
spell it.
by river.
Oh, that MP is in St. Mary. Yeah. Uh, well, at least I make a good appeal. You understand? Yeah, it's a good thing that you make. Like, I believe so them need to have proper measures at the rivers and the beaches. Make sure all the beaches have lifeguards. You understand? To help persons who get into difficulties. You understand? And try to save lives. So he making a good appeal. You understand? Yeah. But so far, with Mark Golden walk out of the parliament, I definitely agree with Mr. Golden. And but the people of Jamaica need to start make a stand. They need to start protest because we need to know what's going on in our country. We need to know what's happening in our country. We are paying tax in our country. You understand? And we cannot have a country running like down a market or a supermarket. Whenever the PNP or the GLP commits a crime, he or she must hold accountable of the crime that they have been committed or they are being charged. You understand? And if the opposition giving a speech or saying something regarding to the any reform report, the leading party must listen and make him come to a full stop after him speech. Them respond. They must not cut or stop him while he's making a speech or anything. You understand? Because the people of Jamaica need to know what's going on. But because when you're guilty, you understand, and you don't want people to see your true colors, you're going to say some things. You understand, and then what's going to happen? You're trying to stop the person from continue with his or her speech because you don't want the truth to go out there that the people know what's going on. And there's a dark days ahead for Jamaica. You understand? Dark days ahead because they take the people of Jamaica for fool. You understand? And the people jump for everything that they hear, they jump and they support slackness. You understand? We need a country where we can trust our leaders. Want a country where the people of Jamaica have a say in everything. Want a country that the people understand what the leaders are doing or what they want to do. You understand? They want us to be free from what you call it.
Poverty.
Um, no, they want us to be free from England. You understand? So we govern our own self. But yes, we should be free. We should become a republic. But the people need to know if they can hold you guys accountable. And if we become a republic, it's for the people who supposed to vote. You understand? To elect their prime minister, their mayors. You understand? Their commissioner of police. You understand? That is how it happen in our country. You understand? It's not like Andrew will have to have the power to elect what you call it, a commissioner of police, or whoever you want to elect. No, that has to stop because you're not a republic. You understand? So the people elect and remove the DPP, the people who elect the DPP, the prosecutor, you understand? The attorney general, you understand? The people have the power to do that. So, and the next thing again, they also need to pass in law that when any member of parliament or any prime minister, whether on JLP or PNP or the NDM or any other party, commits a crime, he or she must remove from office. They must impeach that person immediately if he or she is found under investigation. So you can't want the country to go in a republic, but you not explain to the people and tell the people what power they have. You understand? So it's like you want to remove the people from the Queen of England, and then you want to be the boss over the people. You want to be a dictator over the people like Russia. It's wrong. The people need to know their rights. You understand? So I stand with Mark Golin on that. Understand? I stand with him on that. Andrew Wallace, enjoy your stay in India. You don't have to go back to Jamaica. You can just live over there. Yeah, I make Julie down.
Just better come back, just stay with him there.
Yeah, cause I live in you don't much a country. You don't have the other prime minister much a country.
Just resign and over the position.
In, but right now the GLP they might try to get him out. You understand? They might try they might plan to remove him. But him don't know that, you understand? But it's a dark days ahead for Jamaica. You understand? When we see the crime rate and see the suffering and see the cost of living and see the condition of our roads in Jamaica, the potholes, them not normal and them a mash up the motorist vehicle. You understand? Every person's who have to travel on these roads back to work and all these things, whether you be teacher, police, firefighter, a taxi operator, their vehicle be mashing up with these potholes. You understand? And we are going down to Jamaica and we are going to interview people. We are going to travel on the road, make some video on the road to show the public how the potholes them stay. And we're not going to go up on only the bad road. Cause we are show them say, listen, there's good roads in Jamaica, you understand? And yeah, yeah, they fix roads, but majority of the road have never been given attention for the past years. You understand? Because they know what they're doing. They know everything that they're doing, and they're distracting the people. I think I think what the governing party should be doing now is to focus on the roads, and they don't have to campaign. As long as they fix the roads and give people water, they don't need to campaign. The people gonna vote for them because the people need proper roads to travel on. The people need
And them
water.
who need water in a pipe. Yes, some
Yes,
places
if
get it and them just stop it. Like them started for a week after election and then after just stop. The
listen,
water coming
Jamaican
up.
people don't need too much. If I'm the Prime Minister of Jamaica, if I should elect as the Prime Minister of Jamaica, I would represent my people with honesty. You understand? I'll represent them with the highest respect in office because number one, if I tell the people I'm gonna do this, that's what I'm gonna do. And Jamaican people need water, they need a road. That's the main two things that they need. And the third thing they need is job. The fourth thing that the
Food.
Jamaican people need is crime
Lower
and
the food.
violence to lower. And the fifth
Lower
thing,
the cost of
they
things.
want the cost of living to go down because
Yeah.
people need to can eat a proper meal. You understand? What I recognize in Jamaica is that whenever gas price drop, Petrojam do not drop the gas. It remain at the same price. They need to have somebody investigate Petrojam or the oil company. When the gas goes up, Petrojam send up the gas. And that's why cost of living is so high in Jamaica. Because if they're supposed to roll back the gas and they don't roll back the gas, remember that is when gas price go up, food price go up. You know? Like look in the United States now, in Tennessee. We had gas at $3.69, and now gas is at $2.35, and the food price dropped because the gas went down. And it's the same thing in Jamaica when I was growing up. When gas dropped, food price dropped, or when gas went up, food price went up. But since Andrew Wallace took office, when the gas dropped, it still
It don't go
remain at
back.
the same price. No, it's still no.
Yeah,
When the
that
gas
means
drop
it
in
don't go
Jamaica,
down.
it still
Mm-hmm.
remain at the same. It don't go down, and that if the gas don't go down, the food price won't go down because they work together. You understand? And and when the gas went up, now the food price gone up. That's why you have taxi fare raised so many times in Jamaica during last year, because the prime minister did not tell his big boys to drop the gas when the gas went down. They keep it at the same price, and then as it go up, it continue to go up, so the food price continue to climb with the gas price, and then the people of Jamaica have to go deeper in their pocket, you understand,
Mm-hmm.
just trying to survive, and it's wrong. But God bless our nation and bless the people of Jamaica.
Even the little IGL pan, the small one.
Hmm.
Yeah, for that like 5,000 now.
It's sad, it's
And
sad,
never did
it's
so
sad.
expensive. It's like you did the
When
3-5 at once, and then the next month you gone four. The other month 4-5. I know with the
I think when we
five.
did Jamaica in 2018, the gas price, the little cylinder, we call it AGL, or we call it IGL.
Yeah, IGL, the
Yeah, it was
small.
for I think it was like over $1,000. Yeah, in
Yeah,
2018. You understand? So I don't know, but them need to do better. The people of Jamaica need to get a better leader and a person who care for the country, a person who care for the well-being of the people, that can move the country forward out of poverty and destruction. You understand? The cost of living is too high for my people. You understand? And it's not looking good. You understand? It's not looking good. And that's why we have a lot of robbery going on and crime, because majority of the people ain't working. And if you're not working, you're gonna steal to get money. And that's why a lot of people go in and stealing and shooting and kidnapping and all these things. But I'm asking them to refrain from doing these things. Just turn to God, and God will open your eyes and tell you what to do. You understand? Because it's so hard for someone to go there and work at 8 to 9 to 5, and then you go out and you steal from that person, because that person is trying to make ends meet. You understand? So, I believe the prime minister and the opposition leader, Andrew and Mark, they need to come together and find a way how they can make Jamaica be a better place. Understand? Yes. Because, and the next thing what me want the people of Jamaica ask Mark Golin, you understand? Because what I see right now, he look like he's about to win the next general election. The people of Jamaica need to have some pressing question for him, and ask him what he will do for the Jamaican people when he becomes the next prime minister. Tell the opposition what you want him to do now, and make him not only promise but sign it on paper. You understand? So when he becomes the next prime minister of this country, Jamaica and we love, he actually do what he said he would do, and also you hold him accountable for these things. You understand? Pretty say you have anything to say before Marita Kasabza goes out.
No, not really, but there kinda be a good thing. Motor vehicle registration renewal available online. Inside the person them that go or they call it again the tax place.
Hmm.
Renew
That's a good thing.
renew them license and them registration for them vehicle.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Some state have it, but majority of the state you have to go in and do it. You understand? So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So People will come to the end of our program and we normally send off by reading a psalm, you understand? And tonight's psalm is Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still water. He restored my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Either I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table for me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I'll dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. The Almighty God continue
Amen.
to bless Jamaica and keep the people of Jamaica in a safe way. Peace be upon Jamaica. Producer, you're good. You have nothing to say before I close off.
No, no, that's it, you know.
All right,
Yeah,
peace.
good
I'm out.
night, good morning. Anytime you see it, so just go off and subscribe, like, and share. Tell a friend, if you tell a friend, anytime you tune in, just share it to somebody.
True,
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
All right, cool.